who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They give it to him again. Has another lane. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. This time it's a passing play. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. 3 yards on the carry, and now they face 4th down. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. This from 40 on the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has Gives him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready?
From the 42. Hits his running back. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, here's Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released, and that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Forced out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vets Tressway. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. He's on the move. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body. To be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Set up. Panther 11. Panther 11. Check go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's third down now. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here. Fourth down, here's Daniels. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That big fourth down call is how we close out our... Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Touchdown! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Thank you to Luvu there for the tackle.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Handoff now from the gun. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Thank you to Luvu there for the tackle. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. Dropping back to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. First carry now for Austin Eckler. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Hicks takes it away. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block, and then for those offensive players to show.
And he has the Cleveland touchdown! The Browns parlay the interception into points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 9. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders, with 10 to go still on 2nd down.
Ready up!
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
19 tight. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He puts some power on a deep one. It is caught at the 20. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. If anyone is still doubting that this guy has an NFL caliber arm, Brock, add that to the list of highlights he can use in his defense. That was an NFL throw.
And gotta be such a confidence builder. Yes, the game is faster. Yes, the windows are smaller. But when you execute with precision, touchdowns can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And the Commanders get home. They drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Cade's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback.
Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Daniels on 1st down. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They kick the running back in motion. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Escapes out to the left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Tight end going in motion here. Daniels throwing on third. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking for Terry McLaurin, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Let's go now.
Running back sent in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's complete, David Njoku. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Completed to his running back. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Flush down now to his left. Now he takes it.
You know, that play is so indicative of what we see in training camps all over football. Pursue, pursue, pursue. Blanketed coverage on the back end, and look at that defense fly. No gain on the play. It very much feels like a sack for that defense.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play coming here. Launches one deep downfield. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Nearly an interception on that play, and that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll run here from the gun. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now we have a timeout for the injured player, and it's somebody they can scarce afford to lose. Deebo Samuel, the one being checked on. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Taking a deep shot here. It's Greg Newsome on the interception. And the Browns getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They keep... find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. He's going to throw this one. On the move, headed right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, on the grade sheet, we called this messed up beyond all recognition. He leaves the pocket in search of greener pastures. There is nothing to be had.
The Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go.
Now we're on with Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go now.
Daniels now. Escapes the pocket. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Daniels from the pistol. Forced out to his right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Award that tackle to Michael Hall.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. He's on the move. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Browns will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Look at that time for Deontay Johnson. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
3rd down from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Sending a receiver left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd down, looking for options. He brings it in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns push their lead to 3. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 40. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10.
Go!
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Chased out to his right. Connection made with his back deep downfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Again, Daniels to the air. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead.
17.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
He put everything he had into this one.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing that they overcommit close, they could get burned.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler, gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That kind of call right there, Kate, shouldn't be the third down surprise it used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
They'll run here on first down. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Finds his back complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4. He'll throw it. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Play fake here. Daniels. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Putting the tight end in motion. He's back to throw. Able to find Ertz.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
4th down and less than a yard.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Get up. Last thing, 19.
Looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Throwing now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to end up out of bounds well short of that line, so the defense credited with a sack.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness, right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
Here's 2nd and 14. Forced out to his right. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Back to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. Fastball waiting. Ready. Go.
And they'll pitch it out to him. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns jump in front late. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting from the 5. Trying to break a return. Oh no, he lost the football! Disaster averted, thank goodness. He covers it up himself, but time's still running off here. They gotta go.
You could feel, even up at the booth, a full-on panic there for just a moment. But he did make sure it never overwhelmed him. He picks the ball back up. May have cost him some yards, but it didn't cost them the possession.
He's on the move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Back to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Motioning the tight end now. Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. He gets this one to McLaurin. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll look to throw it. Searches from the pocket, and they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Grant Delkin in to pick it off. And the Browns make the play that should win them this game.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
On 1st down, they'll run. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. So the Browns will take this win home with them. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we sign off from D.C.